Hey guys, I'm sorry. Hang on 1 second. We're going to start the stream. Guys, hang on just 1 second. I'll be with you in a minute. We had a little bit of a confusion today. I thought Kathy was going to do the show, but she's not. So I'm going to do the show with you guys, but just give me a second. I'm not set up, so give me just a minute, okay?
The screen's glowing. It's 3 a.m. Charts are moving. I'm chasing them. Candle whispers. They speak in flames. Risk is the devil, but I play his game. Quick moves, no time to cry. It's sky or die. It's sky or die. Sky or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I take. Sky or die. The thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. Green and red, they're my only friends. 1 minute charted, never pretend. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die. The thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the The screen's glowing. It's 3 a.m. Charts are moving. I'm chasing them. Candle whispers. They speak in flames. Risk is the devil, but I play his game. Quick moves, no time to cry. It's sky or die. It's sky or die. Sky or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I take. Sky or die. The thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. Green and red, they're my only friends. 1 minute charted, never pretend. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. pretend. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die, the thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. The screen's glowing, it's 3 a.m. Charts are moving, I'm chasing them. Candle whispers, they speak in flames. Risk is the devil, but I play his game. Quick moves, no time to cry. It's scalp or die, it's scalp or die. Scalp or die, I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die, the thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. Green and red, they're my only friends. 1 minute charted, never pretend. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die, the thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. The screen's glowing, it's 3 a.m. Charts are moving, I'm chasing them. Candle whispers, they speak in flames. Risk is the devil, but I play his.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We had a little bit of a screw up today. I'm sorry. I thought Kathy was streaming and I was going to be on her stream, but now I guess I'm on her other stream now. Anyways, we're going to do stream. I really wanted to do stream today. I'm going to do stream tomorrow. We're going to even do a mini marathon tomorrow, I think, as far as streaming goes. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to explain to you exactly what we're going to do as far as the setups go. And hopefully everybody's having a good day, good week. I am definitely having a good week scalping around. And I'm going to show you the absolute critical stuff that is needed to make our thing go. And any questions, anything else on your mind, feel free to post them to me right now. Hope everything is going well. There is no fundamental preview. I don't care about Forex. It doesn't matter. We're going to just scalp today. Don't ask me any questions about a fund that Kathy is out. And there's not really nothing going on. If you're here for funda, you're wasting your time. If you're here to make money scalping, then I'm your man. Hopefully you guys can hang out with me and have a good time. Good morning. So show of hands, who's new, who wants to know the setup from A to Z, how we do the setup, how it works, what we do to make it happen and win our trades. I want to see yeses in the comments. Until I see them, I'm not going to talk. Okay, very nice, guys. Very, very nice. So, the basic structure of my setup is trading momentum with range expansion. The setup that we have is really, really very simple. It's 200 period SMA over 8 period SMA, or 8 period SMA over 200 on the short-term basis. The 8 period SMA carries a slope with it. So if it's positive slope, it's green. If it's negative slope, it's red. If the candle is above the SMA, it's green. If the candle is below the slope, it's red. If the candle is what's called a pull-away candle, where it's not even touching the moving average, is so far above that it's floating, the candle is white. And if the candle is floating below the SMA, it's purple. Okay, so it's all about intensity. We try to measure as much intensity as possible, and we use range as our primary measure of intensity. So right now, I don't quite have the range. You see how the range is orange? I want the range to be green. The big question is, what makes the range green? The range is measured by high minus low over the last 10 bars. How much has the price traveled over the last 10 bars? And, my thought generally is that you want to see 50 points in NASDAQ. So I want to see 50 points, but you probably could get away with about 37.5. So for example, today, because it's relatively quiet, I've neutered my range to around 152 ticks, which is about 37 points. So once it gets up to that level, I'm going to start looking, for trade ideas. And the basic idea is, if I have range and I have trend and I have slope and I have the green dot, which tells me that the candle is a momentum candle, then I have a go. Now, right now, all of these A1 green candles, this is the first dot in trend, are actually showing without the range component, right? So I have the range turned off, right? Setup requires minimum range. I have that turned off, so there is no need for range as a metric, and it's still working very, very well. And in a quiet kind of a holiday structure, you could turn the range off and just simply trade trend. But I want to show you the difference in accuracy once you put the range filter in, especially like during North American trade. So if we go back to Friday's trade, right? If I go back to Friday's trade, here's Friday's trade. What is this? Oh, it's weird. Okay, so here's Friday's trade, just sort of how it's trading. And let's imagine I'm going to do a replay over here. Right now, I have range turned off, right? Or actually, let's turn the range on. Let's turn the range on. We're going to make the range turn the range on. I'm going to turn the range on. And we're going to look for all of the signals if there is range. Okay. And okay, so this is, I'm just going to stop over here just to kind of show you. So I have a range filter in the sequence, right? You see that the range filter's on, and I don't even have the 50 range filter. I just have a 37.5 range filter, right? You see, this is a winner, this is a winner, this is a winner. So let's just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one is a loser, 9. So 9-1, okay? 9-1 in terms of winning trades, right? Now let's turn the range off. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So same idea. We're all of these are winners, right? But now here's a loser. This one is a winner. So like now we're like, okay, we're still saying 9-1, 9-1, 10-1, 10-2. Is this a 28? Yeah, okay. 11-2, 12-2. But watch this. 12-3, 13-3, 14-4, 14-5, right? So remember, the losers are 3 times as large as the winners. So the moment you start accumulating, you go from 9-1 to 14-5, you're actually net negative. At 9-1, you're positive 6. At 14-5, you're actually -1 because 5 times 3. That's the difference between having a range filter and non-range filter, especially during North American hours. During North American hours, when range is really, really key to success, having the range filter, very, very important. That's the key thing I kind of wanted to show you guys as we get into the trade. Right now, pre-North American, you could kind of get away with it because we're generally sort of positive trend, and the range is close enough. It's like 20 points. It's not really, really dead, but it's very, very important to be able to kind of understand that you need range as a super useful input to success in trading trend. Now, here's the cool thing that I want to show you. Range is so useful and so viable that you could actually make money on reversals as well. One of the cool things in this particular setup is that we can go the other way. We can just do counter trend signals. The only thing we want to do with counter trend signals is we want to give ourselves a double confirmation. So we want to do an A2 trade, right? And I'm going to do setup requires range. And let me just take you back to North American trade on Friday and show you that I could have made money as long as I had reversal signals. See, these are all reversal signals, meaning the trend is still positive. This trend is still positive, but it's reversing. But it's reversing out of very, very large range expansion. So I think this one actually was a stop up. This one worked. This one worked. This one worked. I don't think we had anything else over here as far as reversal signals go. But it makes a huge difference to be able to have the range at your back as far as reversal signals go. Also very much helps you to do that on a reverse side as well. I wonder if you could. I'm actually curious. I think you probably could have gotten with an A1 as long as you had the reversal range too. You probably could have. Yeah, this one would have worked. This one, you would have had more. No, I still like the A2 on the reversal. You really want the confirm on the reversal. Reversal is never going to work as well as continuity, but at least it gives you a fighting chance to be able to trade reversal when you have range expansion. So that's kind of how things go. Now I'm only showing you sort of like the first signal just because I wanted to not pollute the chart with too many signals. But if you wanted to show all the continuation signals in here, let's just do reversals over here. You would have a lot more. Well, not a lot more, but definitely a few more opportunities, to make money. If you were trading trend with an A1, you had multiple opportunities. You see how many more opportunities on a range expansion you have? Just huge. One, two, like it goes from just one or two to like literally 10 or 20. And especially when you have a very, very strong breakout move, you could just hit them all day long. So my key takeaway from all of this is that you want to have the range component in North America. You really don't want to trade, like not trading Asia or Europe most of the time is probably a very, very good idea. And if you're going to trade Asia and Europe, you want to have at least a modicum of range. Like, for example, if we're going to trade Europe today, and I wanted to just kind of create a range filter that would work, I certainly want to just see at least 25 points, which is 100 ticks. And if there wasn't that that area, it looks like we didn't even have. Look how flat it was. It just had no movement at all. It doesn't matter that it was an upward drift. You really wouldn't have been able to capitalize nearly as much as you wanted to, because the price action was kind of very, very slow. So that's a key thing I kind of wanted to go with you guys over before we start trading North America trade and seeing how things go. By the way, gold, of course, a much more active product. With gold, I'm actually going to just simply put the gold breakout range here. Here's the gold breakout range components. My view is I need like 7 points. I was going to say 10, but I think 7 is fine. And you can see like the A1s are super, super accurate in hitting gold, right? As a matter of fact, we can trade gold here today as the primary product, because you can see gold is up 164 basis points against 75 NASDAQ. It's definitely the much more interesting product. Generally, the rule of thumb is every day you want to come in and see which product is the most up or the most down. What we're interested in is just the absolute value. How many basis points has it moved? 100 basis points is 1%. Anything below that is not that interesting, but anything above that definitely makes product very, very tradable. If we have something moving 100 basis points or more, we have a tradable idea. If everything is kind of flat, it's on, you almost don't need anything else. You could just say, it's not worth trading, because it's just flat. It's just not moving. So let me know if that's clear to everybody. It's really all about making sure that there is movement in the product first and foremost, and then setups follow movement. Like, movement is the thing that drives every other component of the trade, right? So this is just, again, not to pollute the chart with a lot of signals. It's only the first signal in the throw, but we can also I can just take this off, and you can see, like, when you have big breakouts. I actually traded this whole big breakout move here, and it was really, really easy. Once you have the big breakout, here's the big breakout, all the follow through follows. After that, the movement and ranges really, really becomes very, very useful. As a matter of fact, you could have even traded both sides. You could have traded both trend and counter trend, and you would have had signals. See, you would have had huge, because as long as you had massive range, you had the opportunity to trade both up and down. And that's sort of, I think, the big takeaway. Nothing drives scalping more with better accuracy than range expansion, up and down. And gold right now, obviously, is, of course, the better trade. Let's do this. You know what? We got about 15 minutes. I want to share something with you fun. You guys want to see something fun? You guys have been asking me to make videos of our songs. So hang on a second. Let me just do something. I want to do this because I want you to hear it. Hold on. I'm going to stop screen. Share screen. I want to share tab. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Do you hear it? Let me see if you guys can hear it. Tell me if you guys can hear it.
50,000 at 3. Selling now. I need an offer. Give me an offer.
Charts are flashing green and red, numbers dance inside my head. Up and down the tickers go, I chase the wave, I ride the flow. Leverage tight like a loaded spring, every move's got a sting. I'm not afraid, I've got the drive, risking it all to feel alive. Momentum fever, it's a wildfire, right in the trend. I'm climbing higher, catch the spark, let it ignite. Win or lose, I'm in the fight. I'm in the fight. I'm in the fight. Candles flicker, a game of chance. One wrong step, a costly dance. Futures burn like a comet's tail. The thrills, the win, the fears, the fail. I surf the waves, no time to sleep. The current's strong, the water's deep. No looking back, the market's king. Momentum pulls, it's everything. It's the rush, it's the fall, the heartbeat pounding through it all. A bull, a bear, the game's the same. Momentum's the fire in the flame. Momentum fever, it's a wildfire, right in the trend. I'm climbing higher, catch the spark, let it ignite. Win or lose, I'm in the fight. I'm in the fight. I'm in the fight. It's the rush, it's the fall, the heartbeat pounding through it all. A bull, a bear, the game's the same. Momentum's the fire in the flame. Momentum fever, it's a wildfire, right in the trend. I'm climbing higher, catch the spark, let it ignite. Win or lose, I'm in the fight. Momentum fever, it's a wildfire, wildfire, right in the trend. I'm climbing higher, climbing higher. Catch the spark, let it ignite. Win or lose, win or lose. I'm in the fight. I'm in the fight. I'm in the fight.
All right, you guys liking that video? I thought you guys might like that. Let me share that. Let me share my new screen. Okay, share my screen, window, this one, share. Yes, it was all AI. Yeah, I like the tune. The tune is really, really nice. We're gonna make it our intro video for the show. I thought you guys might really like it. Okay, so I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. That was fun. It was fun to make. It was actually amazing at how much you could do with AI these days. The song is awesome. The song is a new song. It's called Momentum Fever, which is all about, you know, I thought we're going to be trading momentum. I figured would really, really do it. Okay, here's what I want to do. We're gonna put both NASDAQ and we're gonna do our tab inside a tab. Gonna go to split view, right? I'm gonna put, so we got gold over here under the gold conditions, and then we're gonna go to over here and put, this is not working. Okay, we're gonna put NASDAQ under NASDAQ conditions. Wait, what's going on here? No, I want NASDAQ, New York range. Wait, hold on. Did I screw this up? I know what I did. Okay. So this goes MNQ. Okay. All right. So neither one of the instruments right now is giving us any kind of signals, but it's early. It's 9:20. Market going to open up. Gold for sure is the much more interesting signal trade. You can see that NASDAQ hasn't even given us anything. If we use the range filter, if we don't use the range filter, if we took the range filter away, there were a couple of decent trades here. NASDAQ is still, was kind of very, very tradable. So we're going to take the range filter away actually for NASDAQ for now, and then just watch this range box manually. As I said, I really want to see like at least 37, ideally 50. I don't know if I'm going to get 50 points worth of range today out of NASDAQ, but I definitely don't want to see anything less than 20 in order for me to generate a signal. So we'll just keep it kind of manual today. There is no recommended range in Asia and London. Like my whole point is that you either have range or you don't have range. So the cool thing about gold is gold does break out in London, does break out in Asia. Like I think in gold you need a minimum of $7, right? So whether that happens in Asia, that happens in London, that happens in New York, that's the only time where it's really kind of viably tradable. You can actually see it because if you want to see gold, like this is gold all through North America, no, through London, right? So you had signals. This one worked. Not a lot. I mean, not a lot in London. Not a lot here. This actually was. This one just didn't work a lot. But here, there really was only kind of like a couple of big runs in gold. This was a good run. This was a good run. And this was a good run at around midnight. You see how like once you get the range expansion, you do get continuity and you do get signals. Although there's no doubt that it's a little bit spotty. Like for example, if you took this 35, I think you would have gotten stopped on this one, and then you had a couple of good trades over here on continuity. Reversals also kind of 34. Yeah, this one would have stopped you up, and the next couple of ones were not bad. I'm doing this with it. I should be doing. Oops, sorry. I want to try and do just sort of the first signal. If I do the first signal, it's going to be a little bit cleaner in terms of signals. So you have some much more cleaner signals, but still, again, you need this big breakout to kind of make it really, really happen one way or the other. You had the big range expansion in North America, and excuse me, in Asia, that kind of died out. I mean, I don't know. Like this is what it was. So you had a big. This is the thing about. I realized the thing about Asia is that the first couple of signals are good, but you really don't have nearly as much continuity after that. You're going to get a little bit of chop. But even this, it still was good. 1, 2, 3. This one was a stop. 4, 5. So you had 5 ones, 5-1 in like a period of an hour or 45 minutes of quality trading because there was a lot of range. And then after that, there was nothing doing, and you should have just simply done nothing. Fortunately, it's North America now. The very definition of range expansion should be happening. We need 7 points to kind of get interested. Let's see if gold is going to do something for us. We got 5 minutes to New York Open, so we're not going to do anything with NASDAQ until NASDAQ opens up. But NASDAQ at around 20 points of range, it's not great. We really want at least 5 times the target. The target in NASDAQ is 5 points. Target in gold is, of course, like 1 point. So 6, 7 points is more than enough. But I really want to see like 7 points in gold. Let's see if we can get some signals going. The interesting thing is that because the range is kind of wide enough, we can take contra trend signals also. They're not as good, but when the range is wide enough, they definitely give us enough volatility to be able to go both ways. So this might be an A1 signal. If the slope starts turning red, I need to put this. Yeah, no, this is both. That's correct. I'm like, why is this not? Oh, because the range is not there. The range is kind of small. Range is really, really compressed. That's why I'm not getting the signal. I sent Brian. I think I sent you everything, but you should have like the access to the library because you got a welcome letter. Did you not? Like when you bought the Pass the Prop, and in the welcome letter, you should have all the links. Check your spam to make sure that you didn't go to spam, but you should have a big welcome letter from us in all of this. Okay, I'll resend it to you later. All right, we got 3 minutes to the open. Trying to see if the markets want to do anything today. Again, it's Christmas week. We're gonna trade tomorrow. We're gonna trade today, but it'll be slow. So we'll just gonna try and see if we can pick our spots, trying to get a little bit of range extension and follow the flow if it occurs. So we are here's the market trying to do its little flip and dip in NAS. Range is covered as orange, meaning that it's very tight, that there is no no clear trades here. I will say this though, the one thing you can do in terms of giving the benefit of the doubt is if you're in trend and you're getting trend signals, even in narrow range, you could absolutely give it a shot. The only thing I definitely don't want to do, I do this every day and I get clipped. I don't want to fall for the rip and dip or rip and dip where they just run it up and then they flush it right back down on the open. We're gonna wait for the next A1 signal after Nasdaq opens up, because this almost always is a fake out. Although today they may run it. Why can't you get your TradingView chart to match NQ you see on Thinkorswim and Ninja Trading? Probably because you don't have real time enabled on TradingView. Are you trading with Apex? If you're not, you don't have real time quotes enabled, and that's what's not letting you. You're probably seeing delayed quotes. See, rip and dip. Look at me. I finally got smart. I stopped falling for that trade. Rip and dip in Nasdaq, just flushing right back down. And now we'll wait and see, where they want to take it. It still feels very, gold obviously broke 44.50, huge moves. Maybe they may even want to run it to 4,500, which would be amazing. We'll watch that. I mean, if that could be the interesting run of the story for gold. But for Nasdaq, it's kind of following the positive risk flows, so we could easily see 25.8 on this as well. I'm going to open up the A1 signals just to see more A1 signals than just the first one. I'm going to do the same thing with gold now. I'm going to open up all the A1 signals just to see what we can get as far as trend ideas. How many average lookup bars in gold? I'm using 10 in both of them. All right, so gold actually is an 8-point range with an A1 to the downside. We could take this trade. If we're going to wait to make sure, obviously, the candle closes, but we'll play this trade because the idea is, range is wide enough that we should have some continuity in gold. I'm going to wait very carefully, make sure that we get the good entry here because execution is everything. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we short gold, and we're done. And that was a good done. And that was and now we have a Nasdaq trade also. Sorry, there's just a lot of trades going on here. Nasdaq also got done. So that's good. Like I took the Nasdaq to the A1 because look at the range got really big, 41 points, and it gave us an A1. So I took that range, and I took the gold range on the opposite side because again, the range went green. It's positive. Nasdaq now is. I'm not going to trade gold against trend anymore. We took like the first counter trend signal in gold. Good. The trend signals, we can take more than one trend signal in our direction. So with Nasdaq, we'll see if if it holds. Looks like Nasdaq is just reversing big time here. So range is 45, and let me see if I can get them. We're trending both. Let's just show both. I'm going to show both signals. And I have a Nasdaq counter trend A1 signal over here. You guys seeing it on the charts, right? We're going to eye that signal, and I'm going to try and see if I can trade that to the downside. This is the A1 to the downside, 32 seconds left. They kind of flushed it to the upside, flushed it to the downside, big range expansion of 65 points. Let's see what we can do with it. A big move to the downside. Wow, Nasdaq completely reversed. I'm short Nasdaq. You can't see it on the chart here, and it got done again. So Nasdaq again also got done. Sorry, because it only shows like one chart, and it showed this chart over here. Let me you know what I want to do? Here, let me log out of. Well, let me first of all show you the trades. Right, here's the trades on gold that we took. Right, this was the red trade over here, and I said I'm only going to take one red trade just because I wanted to not overdo it. Now I'm going to log out of this. Oops, hold on. Log out of here, log in here, and show you. Yeah, this is like the major pain in the ass about Trade Evade, but let me just show you, or Trading View actually. And these were the execution trades here. So we took the upside trade here. It's very hard to see actually. This was the upside trade here to here, and then we took this trade over here, short to this one, 24 to 19. Right? You guys can see that really well. I'm going to try and trade from this from this chart over here as much as I can. Anybody take those trades with me? Very clean trades because the range was on our side, right? Just basically that's the whole point. Range was very much on our side. It's a really great example of how range absolutely helps you it helps you bank. So range still stays wide, which is good. Markets are kind of involved. We're now not even, I would say we're negative trend, but we're really almost going to be crossing over to the downside here. They kind of sold it off really, really hard. Let's see if this A1 holds on the downside. Excuse me. Nope, doesn't hold. It's starting to stabilize a little bit around the 675. Gold also finding bid around the 450 level. So I'm going to just let that marinate a little bit. Gold to me still looks very, very bullish. They ran at the 65s, then they sold it off. They may, 10 o'clock, they may want to run it right through the highs. If they run it through the highs, that's going to be a really good trade. That's going to give you some really, really good shots. So it quieted down a little bit. Range still pretty wide, but we're definitely finding a little bit of there's not much continuity on Nasdaq to the downside. Gold bounced off that 450 very nicely. Now it's a question of whether it wants to find support here and they want to rerun it back up to the highs. Do you guys know that silver, an ounce of silver is now worth more than a barrel of gold, a barrel of oil? That's really kind of interesting. Gold is showing another sell-off signal, A1. Again, range is wide enough that I don't, I'm not gonna. It's into the 200 SMA, but it's maybe worthwhile. Maybe I'll take a small size on this. Maybe we'll just do one lot on this, give it a shot. If the A1 sell-off holds. Nice. Oh, shit, I missed it. Sorry, guys. I wasn't looking. I'm sorry, guys. I missed it. All right, that was the trade was done. Sorry, I was checking my I was doing something bad. I was checking my algos. I should have been paying attention. But some of you guys hopefully maybe took it because that was a nice clean, just sort of a dollar scalp over here on the thing. I'm watching NAS now, see if it wants to come back a little bit and consolidate, move to the opposite side. Who's new in the room here today? Who's hanging out with us in pre-Christmas week trade? Having a good time scalping. So those of you guys who are new, you see this little green box? We live and die by this green box. This green box tells us that there's 112 points of movement. We need at least 50 points worth of movement in NASDAQ, and about 7 to 10 points worth of movement is 10 points worth of movement in gold. When we have that kind of big boxes, that's when the red and the green signal labels actually mean something. That's when they give us high degree of confidence that there's continuity in the trade, right? NASDAQ is actually giving us a sell signal here if it holds. I'm watching NASDAQ very carefully here. 5, 4. I want to make sure it definitely holds though. Okay, short. Let's see if NAS is done. Perfect. NAS is totally done. Nice clean trade. And that was a good kill shot trade because we had negative trend, negative momentum, negative slope, just eyeing this whole thing. Boom, boom, boom on the close. Boom, drops like a stone into the bottom of our range. We'll see what it wants to do next. Let's see if it wants to generate any more signals for us. Gold also generated a signal for us, but you can only trade one signal at a time. You got to focus on one instrument. In the meantime, gold actually is positive bid, and this next signal may be an interesting trade for us on gold. So let's see what gold wants to do. If I get 8 seconds left, it seems to be gold is kind of coming down, not giving me the signal. Okay, we'll leave gold be. Gold is trying to consolidate. Gold I'm very bullish on, just obviously from the price action and everything else. So if we keep getting these green A1s on gold, we definitely want to ride them to the top. But where the real trade in gold is going to be is at the highs over here. If we take out the 465s, they're probably going to want to run it to like 475s, and it could be possible. I mean, I don't know if they really want to squeeze the shorts to the ever living end, but they could run it to 4,500 today, which of course is going to be super, super huge. Because remember, it's $500 away from 5,000. At that point, once it gets close, it's going to start moving in like $100 increments. And then when it hits 5,000, you're just going to have unbelievable din and roar in media all about it. All about the conversation. Now, we're looking at NAS right now. Oh, I got to go gold. Bye. Let me show you gold. Let me see if I'm in gold. I'm in gold. I screwed up this trade. Sorry. I screwed up the entry a little bit. But let's see if I can get it done. Wait, why didn't I have the gold signal? Yeah, this was what? Oh, because I'm on the why is this not giving me the labels in this particular? It doesn't matter. Let's just see if we can get this trade done here. I got bad execution on this trade. This sucks. What's going on with this thing? Oh, first trade only. That's why. Sorry, I was like, why is this not showing me signals? Okay. I got stopped on gold. Bad execution. Should have. If I was in here 58, it went all the way to 60, but I was late on my entry. This is a key thing about watching this very, very carefully. That sucks. All right, we'll go back to NASDAQ. My first miss of the day, and again, the miss is not. I'm sorry, guys. Just a second. Fuck. All my templates are all screwed up. All right, gold setting up again. I'm not gonna show you the trade. You guys can just trust me on the entry. I'll show you the entry afterwards because I don't want to switch around the templates. It really fucks up my focus, and it's just because I can't show two separate templates. So you just know that I'm going to go long this thing. I'm going to go long this thing the moment it it closes at an A1 basis. Fifteen seconds left. Six, 5, 3, 2, 1, long. I'm in and in. I'm in and out. I'm in and out. I told you it's going to be super, super fast. You want to see how fast that was? Let me show you over here. I told you I'm going to go long. It was in. This is where execution totally matters. In, out. In, out. Boom, boom. Thank you very much. In, out. Okay? In, out. Ba-boom. I am trading gold from the CME futures. We're trading futures. You're probably trading CFD gold. That's why you have different prices. We're trading with our friends from Apex, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, futures contract on gold. Okay? If you want to follow me, you get an account with Apex. Here's the link. They got an 80% off sale. Go buy yourself a $40, $30 account, and you will have everything that I have. Including the price, the price matches. All right, let's go back to NAS. All right, you know what I want to do? Here's what I want to do. I'm going to set up my template properly. Okay, you guys want to see my template? Let me show you how to set up the right template. We're going to go into range. I want to see, let's see both. We'll just do first trade only as a default. Minimum range. The minimum range is 152. Right. Say okay. And I want to save this as my NQ range. NQ New York range. Remember. Save. Yes. I'm going to replace it. And now I can switch around between this one and gold, nice and clean. All right, NASDAQ range has come down to like 54 points. That's still within. It's still kosher enough for us to want to trade it. But we're going contra trend here. There's not much going on here. In order for us to have a trade here with trend, we need a red candle. It could take a couple of minutes for it to develop. Gold challenging the highs at 465. Got rejected once. We'll see if it wants to run again. May want to run again and again. Once it breaks out, it's probably going to 72, 75. So we'll see if they want to squeeze all the stops. There's all the stops over there on the session highs. Who has never traded with me before? Come say hello to me. Tell me what you're doing. $13-point range in gold, 54-point range in NAS. Gold definitely the star of the show today. If you guys want to trade with me, you want this indicator, you want the coaching, here's the link. It's pass the prop, baby. Everybody who's in coaching with me passes the prop, gets funded, and then hopefully gets paid out. Another good signal in gold. I'm late. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. It was kind of hanging in there. Well, it's under my price. I'm going to take small size. I'm going to take small size. Let me show you if I can switch around to gold here. I wonder if I can show it. Yeah, I can show it. And boom, boom, we got done. We got done on gold. Got done on gold. See, here was the entry. Here was the exit. Nice, nice. Okay, let's go back to NASDAQ. NAS is breaking up above the 200 SMA. Gold definitely running into a little bit of a stall here in front of this the highs of the session. So we're going to let it marinate a little bit. See if it wants to come off. NAS continues to try to run. I think NAS really wants to run the 800s. It's not even 10 o'clock yet. Let's see if we get a 10:30 burst. I'm going to hang with you guys at least until 11 today. Oh, nice. I'm glad you're tapping into the channel. But if you really want to trade, come into coaching with me, because you get the tools, which is what you really need to be able to trade this right. 65-point range, nice, expanding a little bit on NAS. So that's the other thing, is we can see that the range expands, right? We went from 50 to 65. That's good news. Meaning that there's more activity. If you think about range, price range as a substitute for interest, you know how people always say, oh, you got to watch volume. Volume is always a lagging indicator, because volume is like, when you get large volume, this means it's already everybody who's interested got done on that price. Range, I think, is a really good concurrent indicator of interest, because what you're looking for is interest. Is there market interest or disinterest? If there's disinterest, there's nothing to do. But if there's market interest, there's possibility to trade here. So gold is backing off over here. I'm watching this A1 to the downside. I will trade it. I will trade it with you guys to the downside if I get the A1 here. I think I can switch it too. Let me see if I can switch it. Yeah. But we're not getting the signal. So that's fine. Gold actually goes A1 positive. So let's get long. You know what? Gold gets done. Nice, 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 nice. Gold been very, very good to us today. Very, very good. The only screw up was my execution error, but everything else just been beautifully momentum driven. A1 positive. Nice, nice shots. Good job, everybody who took those trades. Let's go back to NAS. We'll watch gold from the corner of our eye. Let's see if NAS wants to do something for me. NAS is starting to get positive, 60 points on the range. $70 points. NAS is starting to expand this move. So kind of cool. Let's change the settings in NAS here. Let's do both. Let's see if NAS wants to show me some signals. Oh, NAS actually was showing me a little bit of a signal. Sorry, I had the. You know what? I'm gonna do I need to do like a loose setting, not a hard setting on NAS. Let's watch NAS, and then out of the corner of my eye, I'm watching gold. Only if it takes out the highs am I going to get interested in it. We're going to just let it be, because this has been a third time in a row it's gotten stomped on at the highs. NAS has done a big turn. It's still not positive trend, still negative trend. So I think I'm going to wait a little bit on NAS. If the trade is good, it'll be good 5 minutes from now as well. See, gold is turning back. Gold is turning back to the downside, right? Gold just can't clear that level. I feel like I'm playing ping pong. Gold, Nasdaq, gold, Nasdaq. Who's got the trade? All right, gold. Nas finally turns positive on trend. 57 points on range, not bad. Gold is probably a quick little short scalp over here, but I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. This definitely could be. Anybody take the gold contra trend trade yet or no? See, that would have worked nicely. I was just really focusing on NAS. Should have taken that. Damn. All right, so gold definitely came off. Definitely getting rejected off the 64. That's interesting because yeah, everybody trading gold. I think it's a lot easier to trade it with that range expansion component in it, isn't it? Both ways. Oh man, I forgot water today. I'm dying. I should have taken another gold. Gold really starting to back off. This was a pretty clean trade. I should have taken it to the other side. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Should have pressed it the other way, but that's fine. NAS a little quiet. Let's see if we get an L1 A1 out of NAS right now for any kind of a scalp. I'm going to leave the screen for a second. If it comes up, you guys take it. I got to get some water. I'm dying. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. Gold really coming off. Oh, here's NAS giving us a possible signal. All right, let's focus on NAS because we let gold go. No signal yet on NAS. Very, very tepid little recovery, but let's see if it gives us a little bit of a move here. Gold bouncing off to 450 again. All right, is NAS going to run finally? 44 points on the range. A little tight on the range here. Yep. Gold so far failed. Is still in range. So we gotta let gold go. And look at NAS is also kind of failing to try to hold the uptrend. Negative negative label on NAS. No, I'm going to trade that. Sell it. Let's see if that works. And that works too, nicely. So NAS worked. So again, I traded contra trend on NAS again because the range was there for us, at least just a few minutes ago, and it just failed this whole upside, right? You saw it just totally failed the upside. So it definitely worked for us. Now there's literally nothing to do. Now this is bullshit range. Unless the range goes green, and for me, green needs to be like right there, 40 points. I need it to really, really expand. But now it's actually starting to show a little bit of downward movement. If this holds, I'll trade it again. I'll trade it again. Nope, I don't like it. It just came in too much to the upside. We'll let it go. It's probably going to work, but I'm just going to let it go. I'm not going to take the trade. Everything looks a little consolidative. Consolidating. Next A1, if this goes A1 red in NAS, I will trade this. Also, gold like really, really turning down here. Small size on gold. I'm going to do small size on gold off this trade. 18 seconds. If this is an A1, the reason I'm just, gold is still positive trend. It's still trying to see if it holds this 200 SMA, but it's definitely distributing a little bit here. Short gold a little bit. We'll see if it works. Let me change it to gold so you guys can actually see it. Very small size though, because I had very little confidence that this was, it's not with trend. It's not really super strong A1 sell, but let's see if it works. I'm gonna move it up a little bit. Let's see if it's going to give me a shot here. It does work. Okay, good. Now back to NAS. Consolidated, right. So yeah, it worked just for a little bit, right? It was like it wasn't really a clean, clear trade. It wasn't off the high of the range. It was like into the bottom of the range. There's just a lot of unclear risk there. But again, the only unifying factor that's making us trade right now is the fact that ranges is wide enough for us to trade, right? Wide enough range gives us a chance to do it right. Here, sorry, I keep forgetting that I need to unhook this. All right, we're going to trade this NAS trade. If it holds, 13 seconds left. NAS is unwinding a little bit. 9 seconds left. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Short. I'm going to get stuffed on this trade. Yeah. Legit stop. First legit stop where it was just a good, it was a good trade, just part of the losing setup. I think it's the first loss in like 7 trades, which is totally legit. We'll keep going, see what we can do. It was just a big retrace trade. We just ate the retrace because I'm sure this is probably going to go down to target after it tagged us out on the retrace. Gold is really starting. Look how the gold range is compressed. This is a perfect signal to do nothing. That means we're in balance. Nobody has any idea what they want to do. NAS is sending us a second signal here. 25 seconds left. If it goes, we're going to try and go with it again. Hopefully, it's not going to retrace. It's not going to be a retrace trap again. But this would have totally worked had we not, we just got retraced out. Just bad. This is bad luck. This is all part of just 1 out of 7 bad trades that we have, where just the setup just missed to work. It's also consolidating. Nothing is happening here. What's really interesting is just watching gold to understand that there is nothing to do here. This is exactly what you don't want to do, which is try to guess these ranges. I'm scalping with about 5 micros right now for the 50,000 EVA. This is the eval account. For my regular, I trade really small. I trade 1 micro. I haven't traded my funded today with you guys just because we're still running this one last eval that I want to bring to fruition, and then we'll trade all funded. All right, we're finding a little bit of support here. Gold expanding to the downside now. This is interesting. This is interesting. So where's my sell on my gold? Let me go to gold. I got a really bad fill on the gold. Shit. Look at this fill. That was a really terrible fill. Ugh, should have been watching this more carefully. That was a really, really bad fill. I'm gonna get tagged out. That was a bad fill, unfortunately. Okay, let's go back to NAS. Oh, sorry, I keep hitting the wrong button. That was a sell right into the 250 SMA. It should have probably waited till we cleared the SMA on that trade. Bad call on my part. Yeah, I pressed that trade. I should have waited till we cleared the SMA for range hits. We're going to that 10 to 10:30 stall where nothing is working. So we're gonna be very, very patient. I'm gonna try to be selective on these trades. I really want to. I'm not gonna do anything until the range expands. All right. Oh, sell. There we go. Okay, that was an easy clip on the NAS, right? Big range. Range goes green, A1 sell, hitting the lows on NASDAQ now. That's all working. With gold, I'm still watching this. It's still positive trend. This is all with trend, negative everything. Still positive trend. So this A1 is very, very problematic. I'm gonna wait for it to either come all the way down and create negative trend, or see if it wants to, bounce back, consolidate, maybe start to run back up. It's probably a good NQ trade to take again, but I'm not focusing on it right now, so I'm not taking it. That would have been a nice clean trade right then and there for a second scalp. All right, we're clearing the 200 SMA in gold. If this holds, we're going to try and take that trade. Oh shoot, I pressed the button too early. Hopefully it holds. Oh, it actually got done. Good for me. I got done on the gold. You guys can see it over here. Here's the gold. I took it a little early, and I got done very, very quickly. But it would have worked regardless. As I told you, the key thing was to make sure that you had the range broken. That was the big mistake before. All right, now we're at bottom of ranges on NAS. NAS is like 46 points. Not a super wide range, so I'm not not loving it, but it's negative trend, all good stuff. If we get an A1 red that breaks through the bottom of the range, it's definitely worth trading in NASDAQ. So watch that. Gold just bounced off the bottom here underneath the 450, so we'll let it be for a few minutes. Let's see if NASDAQ wants to do anything. I'm watching NASDAQ right now. I'm watching gold. Short gold. Ah, bottom range trades, both of them are just bouncing off the bottom range. So not breaking them down, no follow through. I got clipped on both. Okay, fair enough. That was legit trades, just simply didn't work on the bottom of the range. Let's watch Nasdaq again. I pressed Nasdaq one too many times. This one worked. This one worked. This one worked. This one just simply stuffed me down. Um, now it looks like we're going to consolidate for a little bit. We'll give it a few minutes. Let's see if it wants to change direction. Now let's try it one more time to the downside. We're going to give it a shot. Legit down trade, downtrend, 55-point range. Let's see if this is going to try and break it. It's got to hold. Obviously, if it doesn't hold, then it's clearly not willing to sell. Ah, that was weird. That was a green candle on a red label. That's really unusual. Ah, we're really chopping around. Really chopping around. I'm gonna flip myself around. Yeah, when you're doing that kind of red to green, it's pretty obvious we're going to be flipping around. I knew we're going to go the other way around. Now really starting to chop around. Range is still not bad, but we really want to see expansion of the range in order for us to get comfortable. This is a typical 10 to 10:30 chop. Let's see if by 10:30 they want to, they want to run this down or they want to run it up. What do you guys think? Do you think they're going to run the lows here? This is just a retrace move. Gold really ran out of gas, man. There are no buyers in North America that want to take it higher. Silver is really moving, right? I haven't looked at silver, but it's not a bad idea for us to kind of take a look at it because it's moving so much. It's probably attracting enough volume that's probably tradable. It's actually curious. Let's see what the volume is. Silver CME volume. Well, still not nearly as much as gold. It's about 170,000 contracts, 115,000. So it's not bad, but volume is definitely not as good as gold. You know what? It's not. I'm actually surprised. So if gold does quarter, so maybe this is silver could do 250,000. Really? Silver is starting to keep up, starting to percolate up with gold. See if gold wants to break that 450. NAS holding bid at this 680. We'll take this trade because it's relatively decent range. It looks like it's definitely holding the bottom for right now. So if this holds, I'll trade NAS to the upside. There you go. NAS got done. That was a good focus on execution where you just, you bought right on the close, got a good fill, relatively easy scalp, traded a little bit against us, but pushed higher. And that was a pretty good trade. Gold doing nothing. NAS also doing nothing, but at least, you could tell it was a pretty clear bottoming formation for the time being now. Range going back down from 40 to 34. You know, range compressing, never a good sign, right? We always want range expansion. So that's always where some look at gold that went from positive to negative for us. No, I'm using range. I'm basically trading range. What I talked about on Friday, which is just a range expansion, A1 settings. I'm actually trading both sides of the coin today, as long as the range is there with me. I'm really using range primarily as my input today to help me with my A1 labels, both sides. And it's not nowhere nearly as clean. I'm just doing lots and lots of setups with you guys to kind of show you ideas of how you could trade. If we were really, really disciplined, we just take one or two trades. But who wants to watch one or two trades for 3 hours? I'm trying to show you decent trades within the most important component of scalping, which is range expansion. And the only thing I'm trying to do not to trade is when range is compressing or completely compressed to outside of our levels. So for me, like, I need a 7-point level in gold to even get interested. But what I really want to see is 7 to 8 to 9 to 10, like a big expansion. And same, with Nasdaq, I really wanted to see 50, but I'm kind of eating. I'll accept 37 today in holiday trade. But now nothing is going on. I mean, the idea basically, you see range expand, you have big range expansion, that follows up with one or two really good quality trades. I pressed the third one. We made money on the first two. I pressed the third one. The third one stuffed me. That's to be expected. I was just really pressing my trades. Then we bounced back up. The bottom trades all worked nicely too. Now we got nothing to do. Now we just got nothing to do. We're just watching price action, doing nothing. All right, we're starting to again test the low of the range here. Let's go see if we can hit it. Oh, it went away. Exit. There wasn't a legit trade, so I flattened myself out. The A1 kind of disappeared. If it reappears on the next one, we'll take the next one. It's fine. Nope, just testing the bottom and probing back up. Not enough volume there to sell through the lows so far. All right, I took that one because I said if the next one is legit, we'll take it. Still probing the bottom, not letting me test it out. Okay, that one got done. That really tested us a little bit, but now we're going to see if it can break through the lows of the session. So you're trying to test a double bottom here. Range back up to 47 from 34. Not bad. Let's see if this is going to hold, or it's just probing the bottom here. Gold turned positive. Next A1, we'll take that one if it continues. I'm going to get out of the NASDAQ. It really didn't follow through on the next candle. It probably could go down, but I don't really care. I wanted to see it follow through. It didn't do it. If it gives me another A1, I'll follow that one. Meantime, let's watch gold to see if it gives me another A1 here to the upside, because we did have like good range expansion moves. Yeah, here it gives me a second A1 here. On NAS, we'll go again. Up, just disappeared. Just disappeared. I'm going to take it again. Oops, that trade worked. Here's the A1 on gold. Now we're going to watch the gold. $34 seconds on gold. That's the next trade. $10 seconds on gold. All right, long gold, 60.4. And NASDAQ, another short NASDAQ here. We're definitely going to go short NASDAQ off this break of the lows if it holds. If it holds. $11 seconds left on NAS trade. All right, short on that NAS, and NAS worked like a charm. Gold is starting to work. I'm going to get out of the gold because I want to focus on NASDAQ for right now. But look how clean the NASDAQ trades were. Super, super easy. Super easy. Super easy. Anybody take the NASDAQ trades with me? I mean, this is like a classic waterfall trade. We're breaking the session, range expansion, range that goes up to now. I don't even know what range. Range is 72 points. You know, it just keeps dropping like a stone here. This is already the third red label. So I'll press my luck here, but know that the first two are always the best. The third always becomes a little more problematic. But I think it's worth a shot here. Worth a shot here. Let's see if we can give it a shot. All right, short one more time, and short one more time. Boom, 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 boom. That is classic. That's just fucking classic trades. I love trading on the edges of the session, lows, highs, because three things are happening here that are really great for us momentum. We have range expansion went from like 30, 40 points to like 72 points. You can't see right now because let me just clean up the chart here. The chart has got so many trades on it. Let me get rid of all the trades. So you can get rid of all the trades. You can see, so the range goes to like 71 points from 30 points. Nice big range expansion. We start pressing the lows and we start printing A1s. So of course, the first or the second is always the best. The third is like after the third, that's it. I don't press my luck. 1, 2, 3. That's all, that's all you got. But, that all really worked well in comparison to like when we were just chopping and bopping here at the bottom here. And again, what happened here? The first two worked like a charm. I pressed the third one, right? I should have held off my, pedal. I pressed the third one. The first two are the best ones to look at. Gold popping back up now towards the highs. Let's trade the gold. We got 20 seconds left. That trade in gold, definitely worked. Let's see if the second trade. This is second run here. Let's see if gold wants to give us a little more juice here. 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're long gold at 62.2. Yeah, come on, sweep it already. Gold is dying out on me. No, gold not letting me, not giving me the trade. Not giving me the trade. Damn. What's the trade here? 61.9, 62.7. No, wouldn't have done that. 62.9 anyways. 62.8. All right, let's see if we can get this clipped up here. Come on, baby. There we go. That got done. Okay, gold gets done also. I'm just not showing it to you because I'll have to change my templates for you guys tomorrow so you guys can actually see all the runs. Now it's interesting. So we can watch gold, big range expansion. Now I really want to see it kind of hold through the 65s because it's gotten smacked back down here 3 or 4 times. So I'm a little leery trying to trade it over here. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do in the meantime? I'm going to clean up my templates so you guys can have the proper settings. I want to see this and okay, minimum range both. Let's say okay. Yeah. Okay, so we'll save this as NQ. Okay. Yes. And then gold breakout range. So first trade only 70. I want to do it both. Let's just do both. Okay. And we'll say this way when I'm switching around, you guys can see. Oops. And see the loose configuration. Okay. I'm taking lots and lots of trades with you guys. The proper technique is to take only like one, take the first trade, right? But in other words, if I limit it to the first trade, it would be just this one on gold. You see, just this one right over here on gold. And if I did this on NASDAQ, it would only be just that one right there, right? Really, really nice and clean. You wouldn't have, you wouldn't have taken an enormous amount of risk. It would have been very, very good. But the point is that I wanted to show you lots and lots of trades. So I'm taking much more than the first. The key thing is you can take the first and the second. By the third, you really want to be cautious until you get a fresh wave of selling, right? So this was 1, 2, 3. We kind of got cautious. Now we ran into the bottom. This A1 is not lower than it's not a fresh low A1. So definitely not a trade you want to do right now. Now we're getting a bounce in NAS, which is worth trading. I'll take this bounce. A1 the other way around. If this holds, we'll buy it. The idea being is that we kind of tested the bottoms here. Let's see if the range is still pretty good. Kind of expanded. Maybe the buyers want to take it back up. Meantime, gold just dies right over here. We have the signal. Is the signal going to stay with us? Let's see if the signal stays with us. No. All right, signal stays with us. We'll give it a shot. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, Nas. Show me some love. Oh, we're right there, right there, right there. I can't believe it. I just missed the target. Come on, baby. Nope. Oh, hey, gold breaking fresh highs. Gold definitely a signal for us. 14, 15 seconds. We're going to take this trade if it holds. All right, we're long gold. Let's look at gold. It took the highs. Retraces. It's still a very legitimate trade. Gold is notorious for kind of like hitting the highs and coming back off. If this fails, the next one is going to be a really good one. So I'm just going to watch this and see how we can trade this. NASDAQ got filled in the background, in case you guys are wondering. I'm going to push the gold a little bit lower here, see if I can get that done. If gold backs off, it's okay. I'll keep gold over here. You guys can see it. Let me show you NASDAQ. See, NASDAQ got done on that move, so that was good for us. Let's see if gold can push up to fresh highs. $67 is my target on gold. Again, if gold backs off, stops us out, and then resumes the A1s, they're worth taking because it does that all the time. If on the other hand it backs off and starts printing reds, then you know this was a top and they couldn't run it through. It's not really positive price action for gold. You really want them to sweep through the highs. They couldn't take the highs here. It's most likely going to be a fail at the highs. We'll see if it see if it can just holds a little bit more, but I'm not holding my breath here. It's New York session, took out London session highs. London took out Asia session highs here, and they just didn't do much. Starting to pick up. I took it a little bit early because it was just kind of stalling, but it actually did recover, and it was not bad. Like, let me show you. Oh, you can't see it on here. So I took it from here. I was looking for 67. I took it at 66, like 9, because it was just trying to double top. But like I remember I said, if it comes back on a second A1, it's probably going to go higher. So that definitely gave me a little bit more confidence that it was going to do something. But gold is just really trying to struggle. Like you need it to bust. I feel like if it busts through here, it's going to go to the 70s. But if it stalls, it's a double top. So I didn't want to hang out with it for too much longer. Anybody trade the gold with me, or did you got anybody trade the NASDAQ with me? There's gold finally taking out the 67, taking out the highs. But not holding them. Can't hold the label, right? And the range compresses back down to like 5 points. Yeah, I'm gonna go to NAS on this one. NAS also compressing. So it looks like we're dying out a little bit. I guess the price action is kind of dying out. The 1030 was a little bit of excitement, but not much. NAS actually looks like a buy. here. Just sort of a range expansion, bounce back up. If this holds, I'll make it as my last trade here. We'll do small size. If it holds, it's got to hold. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope, no trade, no trade, no trade, no trade. That's why we hold. And now the range gets compressed to like 29 points. You can totally see, when things get interesting and when they don't, right? I think it's just an amazing tool once you begin to learn how to read it in terms of understanding. Yeah, I want to get in. I want to participate because there's interest, and I don't want to participate because there's just really no interest right now. Gold testing session highs, but not really a lot of range expansion, so no signal. It really feels like they just want to burst the dam, right? They just propping. Like once they start, if they run this, they're going to run the 70, and that's going to be another good, extended range trade. We'll hang here for let's just see if gold, if they're going to run the 70s. Nasdaq kind of really died out. Nasdaq is going into its usual afternoon stall at this point, unless we get some interesting flows or news on the tape. I think Nas is kind of done for the day. We did some really good trades in Nasdaq over here. We got clipped a couple of times when I pressed the trade too much, but generally the classic trades we did really worked very, very well. Hope you guys banked a little bit on Nasdaq, and we did pretty well in gold as well. Yeah, gold is curling, man. Looks like that's all she wrote. All right, so here's what I want to do. I just want to finish up by showing you the perfect trade versus the good enough trade, so you guys can see within the indicator which one is which. So let's do one at a time. I'm gonna separate these two guys. Separate views. Okay. So here's gold. Here's Nasdaq. If we restrict our Nasdaq to just the first trade only, you're going to get some very accurate trades, but very few of them, right? This is the only failure one, and this is actually the market open, so it doesn't count. So winner, 3-0, 4-1 is the first failure, 5-1, 6-1. Okay, really, really clean trades. You're not doing too much work. It's really, really focused. You can probably do bigger size. That kind of accuracy. Let's do this on gold, where I take away the show first trade only. Same idea, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you think about this, that was 6-1 plus 4-0, 10-1, right? You made 10 winners, 1 loser. A really, really clean, very elegant 9:30 to 11:30, like a 90 minutes worth of trade. If you traded that with just 1 mini contract each, right, and you were 10-1, that is $700, just an hour and a half worth of work. Really, really clean work, right? But I traded with you guys every single trade possible that was reasonable, because I wanted you to just understand the setup, understand the structure, and also I didn't want anybody to be bored. So when you take away the first trade, you see that the accuracy is definitely going to go away, right? You're going to get frequency is a trade-off of accuracy, right? Now, it's not horrendous, actually. This is gold. Gold actually was not horrendous, but let's just run it. You do 2-0, 2-1. This one stuffs you. I don't think this one worked, right? Then 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. This one fails. So now we're at 5-2, 6-2. You actually fail this one. 7-2. Then you go this one, 8-2, 9-2, 10-2. This one fails, 10-3. This one actually succeeds. You probably could count this. So this is 11-3. This one fails, 11-4. Then this one is 12-4. Then this one is 12-5. Then this one is 13-5, 14-5, 15-5, 16-5. Is this one fail? No. You kind of hold it. 17-5. Oh, we're breaking out here on the moves here. 17-5. So you go from like 10-1 to 17-5, and in this, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose, and obviously you could be a lot better if you don't trade the third signal in each one of these spikes. If you just do the first two signals, you're gonna do well. But I just wanted to show you the difference between frequency and accuracy. You're always gonna have trade-offs. If you want accuracy, just trade the first setup only, nice and clean. You do a good job, you walk away. That's the professional way of doing it. I'm just trading a ton of examples with you because I want you to just kind of understand the structure and the process, and I want everybody to have a good time. But there is definitely a cost to doing frequency, right? That you need to appreciate. Everybody understand that? That's sort of my final word for the day today, as far as trading. We did a lot of frequency trades. Came out net positive, but if we were just very, very judicious in our entries, matter of fact, I think probably like the really, the decent compromise between keeping it active and keeping it accurate is probably that we just take only the first two trades, right? Just the first two signals off the structure. You don't overdo it. Like if we took this one and that one, that would have been good. I would have passed up all of these. This one would have failed, but this one would have done well. Took this one and this one, that would have been good. This one worked, that one worked. It was good enough, right? We made the trades work. These two would have worked nicely too. This all would have been good enough to do okay. Like I think it's a good blend between frequency and accuracy. So that's it, guys. I see everybody tomorrow. I'm gonna try and we're gonna do. I'm just trying to think of like when I should do it. I think we'll start like 8:30 tomorrow. Maybe we'll start 8:30 tomorrow, and we'll trade to like 10:30. We'll do a couple of hours, have a good time, see if we can get more trades under the umbrella. But otherwise, the combination of range and first momentum trades, you clearly see they definitely work very well, right? We did a lot of trades today. We hit a lot of very good trades. Thanks very much, guys. I see everybody tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.